Hello everyone, welcome to Mark and Gary on the Free. It's Alicia, it's Sunday, which means a new video. I need to put this. Okay, that's fine. I tried to film this video yesterday, but I didn't have my microphone. I left it 10 miles away from where I now live, because if you've noticed, this is a brand new room. I've moved into a new flat with my boyfriend, so this is where I now live. This is my new setup. I think I might get some things to like put in the background there. Oh, and I also have a new camera, and it's got a viewfinder, which is there. So I'm just looking into the screen and watching myself. But I'll try and focus on you guys. Yesterday, instead of filming my video I was planning to do for today, I instead just filmed like a little vlog update video, so that will be going up maybe next week, but that'll explain why I have a new camera, the fact that I've moved out, and just what I've been doing for the past 3 months that I haven't been recording any videos. So yeah, stay tuned for that. In today's video though, we're going to be playing Would You Rather with the next step, which is basically where someone suggests 2 situations to me and I have to pick which one I would rather do. It was suggested to me by Claddie ALDC on a comment in one of my videos, so thank you Claddie ALDC. Let's just get started. There's 161 comments on my community tab where I asked for suggestions of would you rather situations, so I'm just going to pick the ones that are either the most thumbs up or the ones that I think are the best, really. And also a lot of them, because I said that I was ill at the time that I was writing this post, a lot of them are wishing me like to get well soon, so thank you if you did that. So first off, would you rather lose your dance captaincy due to an injury or lose it after your friends all voted against you? I'd rather lose it because of an injury, because if you're losing it just because you're injured, that's not really taking away from your dance ability or your leadership skills. It's just you're not the right fit for the role anymore because you're not a dancer or you're not able to dance, rather than having everyone turn against you, because that's just it's not a great scenario. So yes, that's what I'd rather do. I'd rather lose it because of an injury. Would you rather go to internationals as an alternate and your team wins, or be featured for every dance at regionals and your team loses? It doesn't really matter to me whether I'd go to regionals or internationals. That's not too big for me. I wouldn't really want to be an alternate though, regardless of whether the team wins or loses. I'd want to be a main featured dancer. So I think I would pick be featured for every dance at regionals and the team loses. Because also, if I'm featured in every dance though, would they blame me for the dances losing? Yeah, I'd take it on the chin. If they blame me, I'd just be like, it's not my fault. Would you rather be a member of A Troop during season 2 or season 3? I'd rather be in A Troop in season 3 because I felt like that team was a lot stronger. Would you rather be Rochelle and date Elliot, or be Jackie and date Noah? I'd rather be Jackie and date Noah. I prefer Jackie's dancing, like personally, like that's closest to my style. And I don't like Elliot at all, and Noah is... Oh, Claddie ALDC actually suggested some ideas. So would you rather have Piper's turns or Amy's acro skills? I'd rather have Amy's acro skills, because I've always wanted to be able to do special tricks and stuff, because I think it's dead cool. As good as Piper's turns are, I feel like I could learn to turn easier than I could learn to do some of the tricks that Amy can do. Would I rather have Beth and James together or Riley and Alfie together? I'd rather have, if we're talking about the scenarios as well in which they kind of liked each other and got on, I think I'd rather have... Oh, I don't know. Riley and Alfie. I'd rather have Riley and Alfie together, because she kind of led Alfie on into thinking that they were going to end up together and they never did. And also because she led on James by keeping on dating Alfie and saying that she wasn't over him. I think I'd rather them just end up together as a conclusion than have James and Beth go out with each other and really hurt Riley. I don't know. I can't think of my reason, but I'd rather have Riley and Alfie. Don't hate me. Would you rather be Riley so that you could date James, or would you rather be Michelle so you can date Alden? I've never really liked Alden that much, so I'd rather be Riley. Would you rather have Lucian or Miss Angela as studio head? I'd rather have Lucian, because when Miss Angela was studio head of The Next Step, the choreography was not something that I would want to be doing. But Lucian's choreography has always been really, really good. And I kind of work better in a tougher environment, so I think Elite would be an okay environment for me. Would you rather have no friends on A Troop but be dance captain, or lots of friends but not be taken seriously when given ideas? I would rather have no friends or a few friends and be dance captain, because I've never really wanted to have dance friends. Like, I've always gone to dance just to dance. I've never really been bothered about friends. So I'd much rather just have a leadership role and know that I've done my role well, even if it means that I don't have that many friends. Would you rather be amazing at one style and bad at every other style, or average at all styles and not have one particular style that you always do? I would rather be really good at one style, I think. No, I'd rather be I'd rather be really good at one style, because then at least you can admit that you're not good at other things and learn them, I guess, while still having something you're really, really good at. If you're kind of average at everything, then I feel like I'd just feel really unsuccessful all the time, because I'd feel like I'm not good enough for anything. Would you rather be the best dancer on a bad team or the worst dancer on a good team? I'd rather be the best dancer on a bad team, because if someone sees me on stage at a competition, they can always recruit me for their team. If you're the worst person on if you're the worst dancer on a really good team, you're going to stand out a lot more for the wrong reasons. Would you rather be on TNS East or TNS West? I'd rather be on TNS East, because I prefer that style of dance. Would you rather be a professional dancer who's really rich but hated, or an average dancer with a lot of love and respect from the people that are surrounding you but poor? I would rather be poor and still respected by everyone and just be an okay dancer, because ultimately, if you're a professional dancer, like, even if you're a professional dancer and you're really successful, if you've got no one to share your success with, then you're not going to feel successful. I mean, you might, but I'd rather, not in a boasty way, but I'd like to know that I can share my successes with other people and have them be proud of me and just be a nice person. You know, I like to have friends. Would you rather watch The Next Step for the rest of your life or watch Lost and Found? I'd rather watch Next Step, because I feel like there's more episodes for a start, so I could always I feel like I get less bored because there's only a few seasons of Lost and Found. But also, I am a dancer, I'm not a singer. So you could always get inspiration from The Next Step when I watch it. I was watching it the other day, actually, season 2. And when I was watching it, I realised that it wasn't as bad of a season as I've been thinking. Like, I always thought it was quite boring, but I was really enjoying it. So when I did my rankings of the seasons, I think I would have put season 2 a lot higher than I actually did.
When your video. Oh. Jacko!
It's by the door in the living room. You shut the door, please. Would you be kicked out of A Troop before the final dance, or be an alternate for the whole 2 seasons? I'd rather get kicked out just before the final dance, because I feel like all the fans would be yelling like, "Oh my god, why are you kicking out Alicia? She doesn't deserve this," rather than like being an alternate and not being any good. Oh, she's also said, "By the way, please say the name Zoe 3 times and give me a hug through the camera. Love you so much." Zoe. Zoe. Here's a hug. Would you rather have Noah's technique or Amy's flexibility? I know I've said that I'd rather have acro tricks than turns, but I'd actually rather have Noah's technique, because he's amazing, especially his leaps, because I can't leap to save my life, so I'd rather have Noah's technique. Would you rather be a tall powerhouse or a small powerhouse? I'd rather be a tall powerhouse, because it's harder to be a tall powerhouse. Not to hate on small powerhouses like Rochelle. It's just a lot harder because you've obviously got more length to your body and more of it that you have to get into the air. So yeah, I'd rather be a tall powerhouse. And also, I'm quite tall. I'm 5'8", so yeah. There is a bug on my ceiling. Would you rather have Miss Kate or Emily as a studio head? I'd rather have Emily as studio head because I've always felt a bit off about Miss Kate. Like, there's always something that I don't agree with that she does. And I really love Emily, so I'd like Emily as studio head. Would you rather Emily and Michelle never have made up and been friends or have no Giley? I'd rather have no Giley because ultimately Giley have broken up about 4 times probably, and I don't think they should have got back together when they did. I thought they should have just left it. I've already spoke about that in my Ship It or Rip It video, so if you want to argue with me, go watch that video and you'll find out my reasonings for it. But yeah, I'd rather have Michelle and Emily as friends because they're amazing and I love their friendship. Would you rather gain Summer's dance skills but never be able to improve as a dancer again, or stay the same and be able to improve as normal? I'd rather improve as normal because I know that the one thing I want to improve on is acro, and Summer's not really very acrobatic. So that's what I would choose to. No, I'd rather improve naturally than just take her skills. Would you rather have Henry and Amy or Summer and Henry? I'd rather have Henry and Amy. I thought it was a lot more natural and not as forced and not as like out of the blue and spontaneous. Would you rather be the choreographer for A Troop or the studio head? I'd rather be the studio head because I'm kind of I am a choreographer now, like I'm a dance teacher, and the one thing that I wish I had more of was control and ability to like just change things about the studio. Like, there's a lot of things I don't like that they do, but I can't have a say because I'm just a choreographer. Whereas when I have my own dance company, which is starting next week, I'm gonna be the studio head of that, so I'll be able to choreograph and have a say in the management side. So I'd rather be studio head of A Troop. Would you rather date Noah or be best friends with Rochelle? I'd actually rather be best friends with Rochelle because, like, if I was a character on the next step, I feel like Rochelle deserves to have a new best friend, even though she's kind of got close to Jackie. I'd love for it to be like if it was my character, because I think she has such potential to have like, well, she had Lola, but I don't know, I just really want to see her as with a sassy friend rather than just someone who mellows her. So Jackie will be that person. But yeah, I'd rather be best friends with Rochelle. Would you rather have Rochelle's lyrical eyebrows or Lily's winking and smiling? I'd rather have Lily's winking and smiling because ultimately that got her to win, and Rochelle's lyrical eyebrows were bringing her dance level down. And also, winking and smiling isn't that bad, it's just a little bit too much for some dances. So yeah, I'd rather have winking and smiling. This is going to be the last Would You Rather. It's would you rather have James as your brother or Piper as your sister? I would rather have James as my brother because I feel like although Piper's really cute and sweet, James is super protective and he's also really funny, and I feel like James is more of an asset. I don't know. I'd quite like to have James as a brother. So that was it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It was my Would You Rather. If you'd like me to do another one of these, maybe a Dance Moms themed one or something, then let me know in the comments. Give this video a like. I hope you've enjoyed my comeback video. Videos are going to be resumed every Sunday from now. So yeah, next week will be an update video on where I've been, what I've been up to. So make sure you subscribe for that. Turn the notifications on as well. And yeah, I've got to go to a party now. So I'll see you guys later and have a lovely Sunday. Bye. Also, thank you for bearing with me on editing this and getting it up. I know it wasn't up at 8 AM UK time like it usually is, but like I said, like now, Saturday night, I'm going to a party. I've had my family round until just, and this morning I was working from 9 until 12. So I haven't had any time whatsoever. Yeah. Thank you. See you next week.